Hey everybody, tonight we're going to be making some of my favorite brownies. Every time I am craving chocolate, this is for sure one of my go-to things to make. It really helps me get through it if I don't, especially if I don't have any Chalk Zero in the house. Chalk Zero is also a good go-to if you're having chocolate cravings. So what you're going to need, you need 1/4 of a cup of your almond flour. You need 1/4 of a cup of coconut flour. You need about 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and I see I don't have that out, I need to grab that. 3 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 8 tablespoons of butter softened, also with 4 ounces of cream cheese softened. So you're going to place those in the bowl first and go ahead and get those nice and gooey in the microwave. You can also add 3/4 of a cup of swerve. It is optional. If you're trying to cut out some of your sugar substitutes, you are more than welcome to leave that out. I am actually going to be trying the monk fruit sweetener this time, just to see what kind of taste it gives based off of that versus swerve. And I'm also going to be using about 2 ounces of the bittersweet Ghirardelli 60% chocolate. I like to use those just because they're a little bit bigger. I like the flavor of them as well, and it gives them a really nice dark chocolate taste. So we'll go ahead and get started. When you're softening your cream cheese and butter, once you hear it to start pop like this, you need to go ahead and remove it from your microwave because it is good to go. It is softened and you will be able to mix it really well. I put all of the butter and all of the cream cheese in there for less than 1 minute. So don't put it in and run off. Make sure that you're really watching it. So the nice thing about these brownies is if you guys are craving chocolate and peanut butter, or if you have any of the Chalk Zero syrups, you can also add that into this recipe as well. I will be loading this into my FitnessPal without the extras. So if you guys add any peanut butter or any caramel Chalk Zero sauce, things like that, to this just to give it a little bit more sweetness or flavor or texture, just make sure that you're adding that into your macros after you log it. So all I'm going to do is I have all of my ingredients in the bowl now after I softened my butter and my cream cheese. I have my oven set preheating it to 300. And all I did is I sprayed this casserole dish with coconut oil, and once I mix everything together, I'm just going to be popping it right in here, and then I will be placing it in the oven. Okay, so once you mix it all together, it will have the consistency of just regular brownie batter, and now we're going to transfer it. Okay, so after you put in your mixture, you do want to kind of give it a little bit of a shake just to make sure that it's even all the way across as you're cooking it, because otherwise it's going to get kind of wonky. So now we are preheated to 300, and we're just going to pop this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I always check mine at 25 minutes with a toothpick just to see how it's looking and then make the determination there of whether or not it needs to come out. You can also take and put nuts across the top of this. I'm actually going to put some nuts across the top of mine this time. I do not normally do this, and please note that the nuts will not be included in the MyFitnessPal macros. So this as is will be what the MyFitnessPal macros are. If you add nuts or anything, coconut, anything else on top, just make sure that you add it onto your brownies. So when you pull this out, and excuse my family trying to do my dishes from all of my cooking, when you pull this out, this is what it'll look like. As you can see, I only put nuts on half of mine just in case I don't have the macros for that day. For the nuts, I still have the side that is nut-free so that I don't have to add that into my macros. So all I'm going to do now is cut this up into squares and then go ahead and store it in the refrigerator. So this actually makes 12 brownies for you, 6 with the nuts, 6 without. I actually go ahead and cut these and then let them cool out on a plate, and then often I will put them into a Tupperware container or a glass container, or also I can put them in my stasher bag. The stasher bag will help keep them fresh longer. I take about half of these and put in the refrigerator, and the other half I will go ahead and put in the freezer. now I'm going to go ahead and eat one of these ooey gooey yummies. So I hope everybody enjoys. Follow me on Instagram at Journey to Slim Jim, or subscribe to this channel and get more recipes. Bye everybody.